And let's look at this. Now, we've been talking about this for years. This is the Ministry of Defence's doctrine and how we fight modern warfare. It's called the integrated operating concept. And the central idea of the integrated operating concept is that it's offensive rather than defensive. So really, Ministry of Defence should be renamed the Ministry of War, perhaps. But let's have a look at the actual text that they use. The central idea of the integrated operating concept is to drive the conditions and tempo of strategic activity rather than responding to the actions of others. So we drive the warfare, we create the wars, and of course this is great for the military-industrial complex, but what's this integrated bit? Well, we get more of a clue from the Chief Executive of Thales UK. Here he is, Alex Cresswell, and he said this week I had the pleasure of welcoming members of the Ministry of Defence and industry experts to Thalas's Enabling the Integrated Force Customer Day at Shrivenham. What's Shrivenham, Brian?
Well, one of the military bases, I don't know what they do there now, but I believe one of the key things is they run the so-called staff courses, which is where you're taking people to the upper levels of learning within the military, leading you on to do jobs in the Ministry of Defence.
So a corporate chief executive gets onto Ministry of Defence property and invites the Ministry of Defence on there to talk to him. So what is the relationship? Let's continue. He goes on saying this: at Thales, we recognise the significance of exploiting and sharing data in a trusted manner across different domains, empowering decision makers during crucial moments. During the event, we had the opportunity to share our strategic thinking and explore how industry and customers can collaborate to deliver greater value. The three zones that they discussed at this were exploiting data, see the unseen, and defeat the threat. They provided valuable insights into the capabilities, technologies, and enablers of the integrated force. And you notice there, these are his words from his press release. The words integrated force have capital I and a capital F. This is a thing. And so what are we doing? We're integrating the Ministry of Defence and the defence industry, integrating them. What is it we're building? Let's look at what the Ministry of Defence have to say. This is UK Stratcom's Deputy Commander, Lieutenant General Tom Coppinger-Symes. Strategic Command was created to be Defence's integrator. It's a key part of our raison d'etre. Integration is about teamwork. So they're building teams between themselves and the industry. So I'm not sure where that takes us, Brian, but I'll just say that it's not just before you comment, it's not just the defence industry that they're building teams with, because of course it's also the disinformation industrial complex is being built under the same integrated operating concept, where they say the old distinction between foreign domestic defence is increasingly irrelevant. When fake news appears to originate not abroad but at home, it gains credibility. And so they have continued to build this. And just to finish off, of course, we talked about years ago the fusion doctrine, where they were talking about building a culture of common purpose across government. They now seem to be extending that outside of government to the corporations, a common purpose, an integrated force. It's quite an incredible thing they're developing here.
And when we lift the lid, as you've just done, it's very obvious to see what's going on is not right, because this is nothing to do with a nation state, the UK, defending itself. This is something else being built. What I couldn't think of when you initially asked me the question just now, it's the Defence Academy, which is based at Shrivenham. And of course, we've now got a mix of defence and other countries, other companies coming in. Thales is not even a British company, it's a French company, if I remember correctly. And so this draws us back into all matters to do with EU and the Defence Union, which we say has never gone away. And I believe from the newspapers today, Tony Blair is also saying it's never gone away because he's promoting the rejoining of the European Union.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if you like what the UK Column does, you'd like to support us, please head over to community.ukcolumn.org. There are options to help us out there. You'd be very welcome as a member. You could pick something up at the UK Column shop, and I'd like to say thank you to everybody that's done that in the past week. But please do share anything you find on the various platforms, especially ukcolumn.org and ukcolumnextracts.co.uk.
Okay, well, a quick advert here for the Alternative View 13 conference coming up on the Sunday, the 22nd of October. This is in Milton Keynes, and this is very important because it's a live event. And of course, AV had to shut down following lockdown and the lockdown period, but we have been able to kickstart it. I'd just like to add for the audience that we are assisting, UK Column is assisting the Alternative View team to get going again. We do not run this. This is for Ian Crane's old team, but we're delighted to help. And I'm delighted to be a guest speaker, but I will be handing the baton over to Gary Fraun, who's also been one of the key Alternative View speakers over many years. So big success and well done to the Alternative View team themselves. We'd also like to say that March for Freedom will be assembling at the Sundial in Plymouth City Centre at 12 o'clock on the 29th. So we've got more evidence of people who are deciding not just to sit at home, but to get up and speak out about what's happening.
Yes. Okay. Let's move back to Ukraine. And Vanessa, we were talking about Captagon in Syria a couple of weeks ago, but RT seems to have pushed something out, perhaps has some bearing on this story.